Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. This is Pratik Srivastava here, and friends, as you are aware, Accenture is conducting the examination in the month of August. So here we have brought Accenture final mock test series for you, where we are solving the actual question asked in Accenture July examination. In this particular video, we are going to cover cognitive and pseudo code. So I request all of you to watch the video till the end, and first you try to solve the question by yourself, and then only you watch the solution. Now let us start with the question number 1. So today we are going to solve the tricky question which has been asked in Accenture examination. So how many squares are there in the given figure, right? So we have a figure here. I will tell you the tricks also for all this, so don't worry. So here we have a shape, right? And we have to find it out how many squares are there, right? So friends, you can see, you can mark this number 1 2, and here 1 2. That means rows also 2 and column also 2, right? So what you can do here, 1 square and plus 2 square. So 1 square will be 1, 2 square will be 4. So you can simply mark that there are total 5 squares are there inside this given figure. Now, so if you want to go by logic, no problem. So by drawing also you will be able to identify. See, this is 1 square, right? So this is 1 square, this is my 1 square, and this is second square, right? And then this will be the third square, right? And then this is the fourth square, right? And 1 is the total, right? So 1 is this complete box is also a square. So 4 plus 1, so this 1 is complete. So 4 plus 1 5, so you can easily mark 5 as the answer. Now, so friends, second figure we have, and here also we have to find out the number of squares, and this has been asked in the July Accenture examination. Okay, so now, so this might not be the perfect square, but don't worry, anyway we have to learn here. So we have 1 2 3, so we have 3 rows 3 columns, and definitely 3 rows and 3 column has to be there, then only it will be a square. Now 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, so this will be 1 plus 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9, so total 14. Now sir, how 14 will come? Can you please draw us and tell us? Okay, now, so no problem. So 1 2 3, this will be my fourth square, fifth square, sixth square, 7 8 9, right? So each boxes is a square. If you are agree, each boxes is a square. So now we got total 9. Okay, now sir, what about other 5? Don't worry friends. Okay, so I will explain each and everything. So you can see, so this big box is a square, right? And inside that 4 other squares are there. So now one more we got, and then this. So if we'll combine this portion, then we will be getting one more square here. Okay, and now, so from bottom, if you'll see, so if we'll keep this as a base, so this again, this big box will become a square. Okay, and now again, this particular from this point, so if we'll be able to analyze, so we have again one more box, right? So total we have 4 here, and 1 is the total, right? So 1 is the bigger box which we are talking about. So 1 is the bigger box, so 9 plus 4 plus 1 is nothing but 14, right? So you will be easily able to solve. So either you can use the formula which I told you, or you can use the, I mean, you can analyze and then you will be able to write it, right? Now friends, here we have to find out the number of rectangle. Before that friends, I wanted to tell you, so if you really want to learn aptitude and reasoning, okay, and if you want to crack any first round examination, I mean, any placement exams, if you want to crack first round, then you can go for this aptitude and reasoning 2 weeks workshop by Pratik sir for all companies. Here we are covering 200 plus aptitude and reasoning question. Only 2 classes has been done. Okay, so the link will be given in description, and each and everything, like, so any exams, placement exams, if it is coming up, you will be easily able to clear the first round. Friends, if you don't clear the first round of any exam for another 6 months, you cannot write, because there will be cooling period. So for the same company, you cannot write the exam for another 6 months. So go for this workshop. The price is only 200 rupees. So even right, for if you'll have 1 tea per day, it will be around 15 to 20 rupees, and this workshop will be less than that. So 2 weeks of the workshop. Okay, and here we will be covering 200 plus aptitude and reasoning question. Do enroll, the link is in description. Okay, now, so friends, here we have to find out the number of rectangles. Okay, so now friends, let us try to analyze here. Okay, so we have one rectangle here, we have second rectangle, we have third rectangle, you have 4 rectangle, and we have 5. So till now we have 5 rectangles, right? Okay, now let me use some other pen so that the clarity will be there. Okay, now we could see, so there will be one more rectangle, this total combining 1 and 2. So combining 1 and 2, we have one more rectangle. So now we have 6. Okay, and then if we'll try to see, so now 1 2 3, so if we'll combine 1 2 3, we will be getting one more rectangle. And then if we'll combine 4 and 5, then you'll be getting one more rectangle, right? And now I am going to combine everything, right? Because all these are inside a rectangle, right? So one more rectangle. So total 5 plus 4 is 9 rectangle, right? So in the exam, easily we will be able to analyze, right? If you have practiced some question based on that. So friends, each and everything will be clear in this particular video. Don't worry. Now, friends, there is a new type of question which has been introduced in Accenture from this 2023, right? See, basically, this kind of questions we are getting asked in Capgemini examination earlier. Okay, in Capgemini examination earlier. Now they have introduced in Accenture. So you have to understand it very carefully with patience. Okay. Now, so friends, read these three lines. You don't have to read everything. Whatever I explain, focus on that. So a row or column never contains the same item twice. Friends, what they're telling, so either a row, okay, or either a column, right? So they do not contain the same number twice. Like if 85 is there, so we cannot have a85 again, right? So if suppose if we have 25 in one row, then in the same row we cannot have 25. So this is my first line. Same items are there in every row. What they're telling, like same items are there in the every row. That means suppose we have 85, 15, 25 and 95, right? So in every row we will be having all four. So in every row we will be having all four, and even in every column, we will be having all four. So these are the three lines they have said. And then they said, I'm giving you one figure and I'm asking you what is this missed number, that you tell me. No problem. So once if you solve, or once if you understand, then the next questions you can solve by yourself, or any question based on that you will be able to solve by yourself. Okay, so one by one we will try to figure it out. Now friends, if we'll try to analyze, so this is definitely my row one. Okay, so in row one, if we'll try to analyze, we have 85 and we have 25, right? So two numbers are missing. So what I am going to do, I am going to put 95 here, right? Because see, I have total four numbers: 85, 25 and 15 and 95, right? So all these four should be in one row, and all these four should be in, I mean, every row and every column. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 95 here. Then somebody will say, sir, you cannot do that because the same row, right? So the same column or same row, right? So same items cannot be, I mean, the same things you cannot repeat, right? So a row or column never contains the same item twice. So you cannot contain the same item twice. So sir, you cannot keep 95 here. Then what should I keep? Then I see already 85 is there, 25 is there, 95 if I will keep here, then in the same column there will be 295. So I cannot keep 95 here. That means I will put 15 here. So if I put 15 here, then automatically 95 will come here, because every row and every column contains all four things. Okay, now I hope this will be clear to you. Okay, now so friends, now we will try to move to different this thing, right? Okay, so if we'll see the the column one, right? So column one, if we'll try to analyze, okay, then we have 85, 15. So we have 85 and we have 15. So now we have to place 25 and 95, right? 25 and 95. So can I place 95 here? No, I cannot place 95 here, because in the same row again there will be 2 times 95. So 95 I cannot put it here. So see, one by one we have to, it will not take that much of time because I'm explaining you, so I have to put. That means 95 will come here and 25 will come here, right? So that way, in not even a single column or single row, will be having the same digit repeating. See, basically we have to find out this, but for finding out this, right, we have to fill other columns also, so that it will be easy for us to trace out. Okay, now friends, so now this second column you see, so second columns, now 95 is there and 85 is there, right? So we have two options, 15 and 25. So definitely I cannot put 25 here, because 25, 25, it will become same in the, it will become same in row 2. So I have to put 15 here, and then it will be nothing but 25. Okay, now we will directly come to the row 4. So row 4, we have 15 and we have 25. Now what are the options left? 85 and 95. Okay, so 85 and 95. So can I put 95 here? Can I put 95 here? I'm just asking you, can I put 95 here? No, because 95 is already there in this particular column 3, so I cannot put 95 here, right? So I have to put what? I have to put 85 here, and then automatically 95 will come here, right? So 95, that means option 4 will become the correct answer for this particular problem. This is how you have to solve this, and it will take less than 1 minute, trust me, because I need to explain you, so it is taking more time. Now in the similar way, you have to solve this question. Exactly similar question was asked in the Accenture examination. Okay, so let me try to give you an idea here. Okay, so here we have A, V, right? So total, see, first you write it what all there. You have A, you have V, you have R, and you have X. Okay, now, so if you'll see, so this is definitely my row 1. This is my column 1. So okay, so we have AV. So in row 1, if you'll see, we have A, we have V. Now we have to put R or X. So if I put R here, then in the same column 2, the R will become repeating twice. So definitely, my dear friends, I cannot put R here. Then what is the option left with us? So the option left with us is nothing but X. So we can put X here, and here we can put R. So basically we have to find out this. But for finding out this, definitely I should do some hit and trial. I should fill some boxes, then only it will be clear. Now, so now I could see column 4. See, sir, why you are seeing column 4? Because column 4, 2, R and V is there, X is there. So it is easy for me to fill A. So that is the reason I'm selecting column 4. Now, so column 4, we have R, we have V. Okay, now, so what all options we have left? A and X. So can I put X here? I cannot, because if I put X here, then in the same R row 4, so we will be having 2X, which is not allowed. Okay, so I cannot put X here. Then what is the option left with us? So the option left with us is we can put A here. Now A put, so X will automatically come here, right? So this also is done. This also is done. And now I will move to row 3 to find out what will be the value there. Okay, so basically in the row 3, now we have R and we have X. Okay, fine. So which are the two available, A and V? So let us see now. So now what I will do, so I will try to put, okay, so I will try to put V here. Sir, if I put V there, then in column 3 there will be 2V, which is not possible according to the statement they have given, right? So definitely I cannot put V here. Okay, I cannot put V here. I will have to put A here and V here. Then only this we will be getting the solution. So option A will be the correct answer, friends. V you have to select, and like this you will be able to solve all the questions based on that. Now this is a very easy problem, but in exam we think no, this much easy problem they might not ask. So 4 to 6, the difference is 2. Then here also the difference would be 2, basically plus 2. So here definitely we have to put 14. 14 means option B will become the correct answer. Okay, now find the missing term here. So friends, there are a lot of questions based on the missing term here. So 2, 10, 30, 68, 130, 222, and then what? Okay, now, so let us take the difference. So the difference is 8. See, the first thing we think about multiplication, okay, because the numbers are becoming bigger and bigger. But 2 into 5 is 10, right? And then 10 into 3 is 30. And then 30 into 2. So this is going in a different direction altogether. So definitely multiplication cannot work here. So now, and the difference is 20 here. Then the difference is 38 here. Then the difference is 10 minus 8 is 2, 62 here. And then the difference is 92 here. Let us take one more difference. So it is 12 here, and it is 18 here, and then it is 24 here, and then it is 30 here, right? So now we could see 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 plus 6 is 24, 24 plus 6 is 30. So the next difference will be definitely 36, right? So 6 to 8 and 9 and 9 3 12, right? So the next number would have been here 128. So now, so 128 difference means 222 plus 128. So 8 to 10, 5 and 2 1 3, 350 will be the correct answer. So option A would have marked and come back, right? Okay, now next is, friends, I will write down here. So we have 1, we have 3, because it might not be visible for you. 10, 21, 64, 300 and 129, and then 356, and then 777. So what they're telling, so you have to find out the wrong number given in the series, right? So this is again a number series problem. This is again a number series problem. Okay, now, so friends, when I am trying to analyze it, okay, so when I'm trying to analyze it, what I could see here, So this is 3 times, like 3 into 3 is 9, one more. This is 2 times, right? So this is 2 times, and 21 into 3 is 64. 64 into 2 is 28. So what I see is, like, one number is getting multiplied by 2, and then another number is getting multiplied by 3. So 1 into 2 is 2, and plus 1 is 3, and then 3 into 3 is 9, plus 1 is equals to 10. So one is multiplied by 3, another is multiplied by 2, and then 10 into 2 is 20, plus 1 is 21, again 2. The next number will be multiplied by 3, so 63 plus 1 will be 64, and then 64 into 2 plus 1, so 128 plus 1 will be 129, and then 129 into 3 plus 1, because 2 and then next is 3, so it will be 9 3s are 27, 2, and 36 plus 2 will be 38. So basically it should be 388, but here we have 356. So this feels that this is the culprit. And then 2 plus 1, so 2 8 is 16, and this will be nothing but 77. So yes, correct. So this, if we change, then my problem will be solved, and option D will be the correct answer. Friends, one thing which I wanted to tell you, see, more than solving the question, you should be able to understand that how you should attempt the question, right? See, because many people will start taking the difference, many will start doing division, many will start doing multiplication, right? Like this question. So how you should identify that there will be no multiplication here? How, quickly you will be able to identify that there will be subtraction, right? So how quickly you are able to identify the things in the exam, that's where matters, and that's where you will be able to crack the aptitude questions or reasoning questions or cognitive of any of the examination. So once again, I'm telling you, friends, so aptitude and reasoning 2 weeks workshop, this is definitely going to help you a lot, because a lot of questions we are solving 200 plus previous year questions, and in fact for all the examination, it is not specific to one exam. So all the examination questions we will cover. So please do join, and definitely you are going to get benefited a lot from this particular session. The link is in description, and 200 rupees. See, even you can think that if you're not going to learn anything, 200 rupees is not a big deal. So even if you have a pizza, it will cost you more than 200 rupees, right? So in so less prices, we are bringing the courses for you all, which none of the institutes or YouTube channel will be doing it, right? So 7 to 8 p.m. and 199 rupees. Please do enroll today. And also, friends, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on bell icon, because lot of Accenture series, right? So we have done it. Okay, so please go for it. Next, friends, mark the options that logically completes the following sequence. So friends, if we'll try to analyze, then this side, right? So this is in my left. Okay, this is in my left. Left, and this is corner, you can say left corner, and then we have circle, and inside that we have one, you can say, like bold circles. Okay, and then we move to right, and then we have a circle, and inside that we have triangle, and this is not bold triangle. Now again we have, so this was like upper side of left, okay, and upper side of right. Now we have lower side of left, okay, and we have a circle, and inside that we have bold triangle. So definitely when you will move to right side, okay, so we should be having something like this. Okay, so lower right, and I should be having, because at one place we have the dark, the bold, so another side we should be having, that not bold, basically you can say. This kind of like diagram should be there inside that. So definitely the bold one, anyway we are not interested in the bold one. Now we have only two figures, so out of this, now option A will be the correct answer, because for bold one, and then open, and this is open, right? So this is definitely option A will be the correct answer. Now friends, mark the option that most logically completes the following sequence. Okay, so friends, basically this should follow some logic. So if you see here, so in one diagram, so if it is like this, okay, then other is opposite. So basically it should be like this, right? So basically it should be like this. So I'm sure that my next diagram, whatever it will be, so it should be like this, right? So it should be like this, then only it, this will form this. So logically it should form this. So option C and option D is anyway eliminated. Now friends, in one figure it is bold here, right? In one figure it is not bold. So here it is not bold, so definitely here it will be bold. So we will go with the option A, right? We will not go with the option B. This is how you have to eliminate the options. Now, which number should replace the question mark? So we have 9 7 9, okay, and then 12 5 8, 6, 9, 10, and 9, 3. So now again, this kind of questions is little tricky. You will not be able to understand only what is happening. So here 9 plus, so add everything. So 9 plus 7 plus 9. So 16 plus 9, 25. Then 12 plus 5 is 17, 17 plus 8 is 25. Then 6 plus 9 is 15, 15 plus 10 is 25. Then 9 plus 3 is 12, and 12 plus 13 will be 25. So option D will become the correct answer, right? So this is how you will be able to solve the questions in the examination. Okay, so this logic should come to your mind, and logic will only come when you practice a lot. Okay, now next question. So what will be the next number in the series? We have 13, we have 17, we have 19, we have 23, we have 29, and what will be the next number? So friends, you must be knowing about the prime number. Okay, so prime number. So prime number is like a number which is divisible by 1 and itself, like 13. 13 can be divided by 1 and itself 13. But if we'll take 33, 33 is not a prime number. It will be divisible by 1, it will be divisible by 3, it will be divisible by 11, it will be divisible by 33, right? So it is divisible by 4 numbers, right? But a prime number should be divisible by only 2 number. One is 1 and other is itself. So 13 is a prime number, 17 prime number, 19, 29, 23, 29, and after that it will be 31, right? So even 37 is also a prime number, but they're asking what is the next number in the series. So after this, after 29, we will be having 31. So we will mark option A as the correct answer. Okay, now friends, how many triangles are there in the given figure? Okay, so this is again a very good question here. But before we solve this, the bigger one, so let us try to understand how many triangle might come in this diagram. Okay, fine, no problem. So first we will try to analyze it here. Okay, so these are the question, friends, which generally, you might not be aware, or many of you might have left or might have done it wrongly. Okay, so if we'll try to analyze how many triangles are there, so friends, you see one triangle, right? So this and this, right? So we have one triangle, and then similarly two triangle, then similarly three, and then four. So right now we have total four triangle, but so it's not the only triangle. Okay, so now let us try to analyze now where are the other triangles. So you could see here, right? So this and this. Okay, so basically from this point we will be having one triangle, right? Okay, now similarly from this point we will be having one triangle, right? Okay, now so plus one, and now next is, okay, so next is, now from this point we will be having one more triangle, and from this point we will be having one more triangle, right? So this, so that means we have total 8 triangle in a box. 4 is this, 1 2 3 4, and each and other 4 is from each point, other 4 is from each point. That means total 8 triangle we have, right? Okay, now so many of you will think, sir, it is 8 and 3 are there, so 24, and they will mark 24 as the answer. Okay, but again it will become wrong here. Okay, but again it will become wrong here, because friends, see, now we have got in the boxes, right? So in one box, one box, one box you got, right? Okay, so next, how you can be able to see? So friends, from this point we will be, see, this is like in two boxes. So in two boxes we will be having one triangle. Again from this point we will be having two triangle. Agreed or not? Okay, and then again from this point we will be having one triangle, and again from this point we will be having one triangle, right? So basically total 24 plus 4, 24 plus 4, that means total 28 triangles will be there. So option A will become the correct answer. If you have marked 24, or if you mark 26, it will become wrong. So please understand, and definitely practice, things will become easier. Okay, now friends, in this particular question they're asking, tell me how many straight lines are there in the given figure below. So now we have to find out a straight line. So friends, I wanted to tell you, so whenever you have to find out a straight line, then you have to find out horizontal lines, you have to find out vertical lines, and then you have to find out the slant lines. Okay, now let us understand. So what is horizontal line? So friends, horizontal line means you can see this particular line, right? So this is nothing but a straight line. Then this is also a horizontal line. This is horizontal, right? This is horizontal, and then this is vertical. And slant means this is my slant. So two lines, horizontal lines, then this is three horizontal lines, and then this is four horizontal lines, and then this is five horizontal lines. So total I have five horizontal lines. Okay, now we will check for the vertical lines. So this is right, so this line, this particular line is nothing but a vertical line, one, and then this is two, and then this is three, and then this is four, and then this is five. So we have total five vertical lines. Okay, so five horizontal, five vertical, and now slant. So you can see this is one slant, and this is, you can see, two slant. So total two slant lines. That means total 12 straight lines. That means total 12 straight lines are there. Option B will become the correct answer for this particular figure. Friends, you don't have to get afraid. Instead of that, you have to, basically you try to find out how many straight lines, how many triangles, how many squares will be there. Okay, now, so the next diagram which is there, so you might, it might not be clearly visible for you. So this we will try to understand. Okay, so how many basically triangles are there? Okay, I'm sorry, the figure, the diagram, basically I'm saying figure always. Okay, so now, I mean, figure is good, I mean, good figure is good. Okay, but anyway, so let us see. Okay, fine, so I will try to join somehow, that's all. Okay, so now this is a star figure, and basically now I have to find out. Okay, now I have to find out how many triangles will be there or are there. So let us see. So one triangle is this, one triangle is this, one triangle is this, one triangle is this, and one triangle is this. So we got five triangle, which is very much visible. Don't mark your answer as five, because see, wherever you will do the mistake, okay, that option will be always available. Okay, so five is the wrong answer. Now friends, we will try to analyze here. Okay, see, analyzing only we can do in this particular problem. So put, you take this point, and then you could see. Okay, then you could see that you will be or you do one thing. uh, yes, so we will be able to put that point only, it will be easy. So then you will be able to see that you are making one triangle, right? So from this point you are going to make one triangle. From this point, okay, again you will be making one triangle. So from this point if you try to see, right, so this, okay, so this, right, see, okay, I'm sorry. So from this point, yeah, so from this point if you'll see, let me take another color. So from this point you come down here, okay, and then you go here, right, and then this one, right. So this particular triangle you will be able to make. From this point, one more, right, okay, and from this point we have one more. Okay, and now if you keep it this point, okay, so if you keep it this point, then you will be able to make one more triangle, right. So this particular triangle. Okay, so total 5 plus 5, we will be having 10 triangles here. Okay, so total 5 plus 5, we will be having 10 triangles here. So option D will become the correct answer. From this point you cannot make it out, right. So from this point you will not be able to make a triangle, right. So this you have to be careful. Okay, now fine, so 10 total triangles will be made with this particular figure. So basically you have to analyze and you have to do, that's all you will be able to do. Now in a certain code, tiger, right, so in a certain code, tiger is coded as Q D F H S. Then how fish will be coded? Then how fish will be coded? So friends, basically if you will see here, then MNOPQR. So Q plus 1 is R, and S plus 1 is T. Then D plus 1 is E, and H plus 1 is I. Same thing here, friends. So G plus 1 will be H, and E plus 1 will be F, right? And R plus 1 will be S, and H plus 1 will be I. So GRHE. GRHE, that means option B will become the correct answer for this particular problem, right? So basically you have to find out the code. This was a coding decoding question. Now Ratan Tata has obtained $2,000. Sorry, Ratan Tata had donated. So Ratan Tata has donated $2,000 to the Cyclone Fund of India. So even the Accenture had to include Tata questions, right? So TCS is such a big brand. Okay, and Ratan Tata is definitely a very big brand. So even in the Accenture question also, they are talking about the Ratan Tata questions. Okay, about Ratan Tata. So Ratan Tata has donated $2,000 to the cyclone funds of India. Now, so friends, one thing. So before you go to the conclusion, you have to ask yourself. See, if Ratan Tata has donated $2,000 to the cyclone fund of India, so where will be this fund? So definitely government, right? So definitely government will only release. Okay, so this is the portal where you can COVID fund, right? So cyclone fund. So government will be always coming up with all these funds, and where the big people, okay, even the big people should have big heart. So they put money into that. So one thing, Ratan Tata will definitely donate it to government, because Ratan Tata cannot go to each and every houses and you are affected by cyclone, take $1, take $10, take $20. So definitely it has to go to the central government. Central government will send it to a state government. Like this process are there. Then the state government will send it to the particular district, particular city. Like that it will happen. Now, second thing, friends. So Ratan Tata is definitely thinking about the welfare of the people, right? And this is what is called as philanthropist, right? So if you are a philanthropist, that means you are thinking about the welfare of the people, society, country, like that. Now, so let us read the conclusion. So Ratan Tata is philanthropist, definitely, because he is thinking about the society, the humans, right? Everything. The donation will help the government to provide food and shelter to the cyclone affected people. Definitely true. So here both conclusion follows, right? So here both conclusion follows, right? Okay, now friends, next question is, so if light is called morning, morning is called dark, dark is called night, night is called sunshine, and sunshine is called dusk, then when do we sleep? So when do we sleep, friends? We sleep in the night. Okay, we sleep in the night, and night is called as sunshine, right? See, we don't sleep in dark, we sleep in night. Okay, so night is called as sunshine. So when do we sleep? So we sleep in sunshine. So option B will become the correct answer. Okay. Now, friends, so now the pseudocode questions will be covered by Ansika ma'am. So let's enjoy this session. Prepare yourself for the exam. Crack it. And not only Accenture, each and every exam you have to crack it. We are there with you. Don't worry. Take care and all the very, very best.
So this is the very first question we have to solve. There are some integers having some values, and then we have to perform several operations on these integers. So the values are these. So we have to perform first operation on integer b. So what is the operation? We have to perform XOR operation. So guys, when we perform XOR with x to x, this will give 0. When we perform x to x, this will give 0, and if we perform 0 to give 1. Okay, so so what is this? So this is c XOR c. So c value is 10. 10 XOR 10 will be equals to 0. So this will assign, I lost my cursor, sorry, yeah. So this will assign 0, sorry, this is 0 XOR a. Now what is the a value? A value is 1, so this will give 1. Okay, so now the b value is 1. Now coming on to the next line, c is b plus b. So what is the b value now? B value is 1, so 1 plus 1, and c value is 10. Okay, now 2 and 10. So what is this operation? This is bitwise AND. So we have to convert these digits in the binary form. So what is the binary form of 2 and 10? If you don't know, so follow me with this. There is a code called BCT code 8421. Okay, so we have to convert this number into binary, means 2. So we will write 1 at the place of 2, and other places are 0, right? And we have to convert 10 into binary. So the binary code of 10 will be 1010. Okay, so the binary code for 2 is 0010, and the binary code for 10 is 1010. Now we have to perform AND operation on both the numbers. So first of all, we will take 0010 and 1010. So 000111000 and 010 at the in the AND case. Okay, so this is 0010. So what is this? This is again 2. Okay, now this line has been executed. Now C assign C plus A. So what is the value of C? C value is 2 now, and the A value is 1. So this will become 3. Now we have to print A plus B plus C. So what is the value of A? A value is 1, B value is 1, and C value is 3. So the answer is 5. So the answer for this question is 5. I hope you guessed it or you solved it. Okay. I would suggest you first pause the video and try to solve it on your own. And if you don't find the solution, then you can keep watching the video. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So there are some integers having some values. A assign 6, B assign 9, and some assign 0. So integer n, and if v is greater than a. So there is a condition. If v is greater than a, so what is the value of v? V is 9. Yeah. So what is the value of b? So v is 9 is greater than a 6. Yes, the condition. So we will come into the if part. So in the if part, we have a loop. We have a for loop. N assign a. So what is the value of a? A is 6. Then n is less than b. So what is the value of v? V is 9. Then n is equals to n plus 1, or we can say n plus plus, right? So in the for loop, what is the operation is performing? Sum is sum plus n. Okay, sum plus n, and then end loop. After checking the if condition, we come into the if part and we will meet the for loop. Now n is equals to 6. Now the condition is checking here. N is less than 9, so 6 is less than 9, so the condition is true. So the control will come here and sum will be assigned by sum plus n. So in the very first attempt, or at the very first time, sum is 0. So 0 plus n. What is the value of n? So n is 6. So the sum will be 6. Right? Now the control will goes here and the n value increment by 1. So n value will become 7. Now again checking the condition, 7 is less than 9. Yes, the condition is true. Again the control will come into the for loop. Then sum will be assigned by sum plus n. So now sum value is 6 plus, what is the value of n now? N is 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. Right? Again this will increment the value by 1. So this will become 8 and the condition is checking again. 8 is less than 9. Yes, the condition is true. Now the control will come here and some value will be updated by 13 plus 8. So what is the value of 13 plus 8 is 21, right? Now again the control will go here and this will check the, this will increment the n by 1. Okay, so the now n value will become 9 and the condition will again check n 9 is less than 9. No, so the condition is false. The control will go out from the for loop. So now the control is here and loop. Okay, so if the if part will be executed, so no any need of else part. Okay, so we will directly come out here and then we will print the sum. So what is the sum is 21. So the 21 will be the correct option. This question was asked in 2021 exam of Accenture. Okay, so moving on to the next question. You can take the screenshot or you can try to solve it on your own. So moving on to the next question. Next question is written in C language. So I'm sorry, this should be int x. Okay, this should be int x assign 9 and then y equals to 2, z assign 6. Okay, so there are some integers having some value and we have to perform this operation. So int a assign x and y. What is the value of x? 9. And what is the value of y? So y value is 2. Then we have to perform bitwise OR. So what is the value of z is 6. So first of all, we will perform this operation as this precedence is high. Okay, this is a bitwise AND. So we have to convert it in the binary form. Again, we will use 8421 wala code. 8421. Now we have to convert this means 9 into binary. So we will write it as 1 0 0 1, 8 and 1 9. So 1 0 0 1 and 2. Okay, so for 2 0 0 1 0. So the binary code for 2 is 0 0 1 0. Now we have to perform the AND operation on both of these. So I'm performing here. Okay, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. Okay, so this will become 0. Now 6. Okay, so when we perform logical OR or bitwise OR with 0 or 1, will become 1. So this is like non-zero value, or we can say it as 1, right? So 0 1, 0 1 1 in the case of bitwise OR. What is the operation when we perform bitwise OR? 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1, and yeah, so this is like 1. So this will give the same value of 6. So the answer is 6. I hope it is clear to you and it makes sense. Okay, so yeah, moving on to the next question. And here are some integers PQR, and they are having some values. P equals to 7, Q equals to 4, and R equals to 5. Okay, now we have to perform some operations. P plus R. So what is the value of P plus R? If P plus R 7 and 5, it is 12, less than Q minus P. Q is 4 and P is 7. So this is minus 3. Okay, so OR operation, and R is less than 5. R is 5 less than P 7. Okay, so the condition is false here. The condition is false here as 12 is greater than minus 3. Okay, so this will give the output 0. So if 0 or, now we will check this condition as the precedence of this operator, as relational operators has higher precedence, so this operation will perform first. Now 5 is less than 7, so yeah, this is true. Now okay, so if 0 or 1, so this will true, this will give 1, and the condition of if will be true, and the control will come into the if part. Okay, now R is P and Q and P. So what is the Q? What is the value of Q? So this is 4, and what is the value of P? 7. So we have to convert it again in binary. Okay, so for 4 8 4 2 1. So for 4 0 0 0, and for 7 0 1 1 1. Okay, so 0 1 1, we have to perform AND operation. Okay, so this will become 0 0 1 0. So this will become 1 0 0, and it is like 4. Okay, so the R value is now 4. Again, we have to update the R value in this line. So for this line, R is R plus 3. So the this time R value is 4. So 4 plus 3 and P. Okay, so 7 and P. What is the value of P? So 7. Now we convert 7. Okay, so 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1, and we have to perform AND operation. So 1 1 1 0. So we will get 7 only. Okay, so this is 7. Our value is 7 now. Our value is 7 now. And here is the end of if part. Now we have to print P plus Q plus R. So what is the value of P? So what is the value of P is 7, plus what is the value of Q? So Q value is 4, and what is the value of R? R is 7. 7 and 7 14, and 4 18. So 18 will be the correct answer for this question. Okay, so I hope it makes sense. So moving on to the next question. Next question is, there are some integers a, b and c, and there are some values assigned to these integers. Okay, so first of all, b assigns c plus 2. So what is the value of c? Is 0, plus 2 is 2. So the updated value of b is 2 now. And if a, so what is the value of a? Is 2. So 2 is a non-zero value, so we will come into the if part, and we will update the value of c by 1. Okay, so now the c is 1, and there is end of if. Okay, so now print a minus b plus c. So what is the value of a? A value is 2, minus what is the value of v? So the updated value of v is 2, plus c. What is the value of c? C is now 1. Okay, so 2 minus 2 0, so 1 will be the correct answer for this question. I hope you make it. Okay, so yeah, moving on to the next question. It was a very easy question, so I rapidly solved it. Okay, so there is a question written in C language. So yeah, there are some values: x assigned 11, y assigned 4, z assigned 3. Guys, by mistake I write it as here. This was like uh, y is not equals to not x. This was like that. Okay, so let me correct it. By mistake, this line is written as this. Okay, yeah. So y is not equals to, this is not an assignment operator, this is simply an operator. Y is not equals to not operator x. Okay, so this is a not operator and this is a comparison operator, not equals to. So actually this line is not assigning any value to y, so the y value will not be changed. Okay, so what is the means of this? So this means is, if a value is a non-zero value, so this will become a zero value, right? Suppose x has a value 4 and we will perform not operator x, so not 4, so this will become 0 as 4 is a non-zero value, like it is 1, it is at like 1. Okay, so when we will perform not operator in the front of 1, so it will change it into the 0. Okay, so if there is a value 0 and we will perform it not operator, so this will become 1. I hope you guessed it or you understand it. Okay, so yeah, coming on to this line. So y is not equals to not operator x, so not equals to 11. Not equals to 11 means this will become 0. But guys, see, there is no any assignment operator, we are just comparing. So y value will not change, y value will remain same. And what is the y value? Y value is 4. Okay, so moving on the next line. Next line is z equals to not operator x. This time not operator is performing 2 times. So first of all we have to perform on this. So what is the value of x? So the x value is 11. So not operator x, not operator 11, so this will become 0. Now again we are performing not operator on the 0, so this will become 1. So now the, and there is a assignment operator. Okay, we are updating z value. Now the uh, updated value of z is 1 and we have to print y and z. So what is the value of y? So y is remain same, means 4. And what is the value of z? So z was updated and z is now 1. So the correct output of this code is 4 comma 1. Okay, I hope you make it. So moving on to the next question. There is a code written in C language and int num, there is a number, int remainder, or we can say RAM. And while num is not equals to 0, remain assign of. So what is this? This is a modulus operator. When, if we divide a number by another number, it will give the remainder. Okay, so suppose I am dividing 15 by 4. So 4 threes are 12. So the what is the remainder? 3. So modulus operator, and if I have to write it in the form of modulus operator, so I will write it as modulus 4. So this will become, and this is not a percentage sign is in programming language, this is modulus operator. Okay, so what is the output of it? This output will be 3. Okay, coming on to the while condition. So while num is not equals to 0, what is the value of num? 987. So 987 is of course not equals to 0, so we will come into the while loop. So now perform this operation, remainder assign num modulus 4. So the remainder value will become num. What is the value of num? 987 modulus 4. So when we divide 987 by 4, so we will get 4 to the 8, remainder 1, 8, 4, 4 the 16, remainder 2, and then 7. 4 3 ja, 4 6 ja, I think. Yes. So now the remainder is 3. So the remainder is now 3 in the very first time. This is 3. Yeah. In the very first time. Now coming on to the next line. Next line will become num assign num by 10. So 987 divided by 10. So this will give 98. Not in point. Okay. 98.7. No. Because this is an integer value. So we will write it as only 98. So yeah, so this value is now 98. Again the control will come into the while loop and this will check 98 is not equals to 0. Of course it is not equals to 0, so the control will come into this line and now remainder is equals to. Now what is the value of num? Num is 98, so we will divide, 98 divided by 4. So what is the value of remainder? So 498. Okay, 4 to the 8, and this will give 1. So now what is the value of remainder is 2. Again num will be updated and it will be like 9. When we divide 98 by 10, we will get 9 in the form of integer value. Okay, not 9.8. It will become 9 as it is storing in the integer value. Okay, so now the num value is 9. Again we will come into the while loop, and this will check for 9 is not equals to 0. Of course it is not equals to 0. Again the same operation is performing. Remainder is num modulus 4, so 9 modulus 4 is equals to 1. So this value is now 1, and the number is 9 divided by 10, so this will become 0. Okay, so the again we will check for the condition. So 0 is not equals to 0, so the condition is fail, and the control will come out of while loop, and this will print the remainder. So the updated value of remainder is 1, so the answer will become 1 of this. Okay, I hope you make it. And yeah, moving on to the next question. There is a function having two values, integer a and integer b, and there are two operations, left shift operator and right left shift and right shift operator. Okay, so guys, short trick of what is the identity of this left shift is its face is in the left side. Okay, its face is in the left side, so this is the left shift operator. So what is the short trick of solving this is a into 2 raised to the power v. And what is the short trick of this? This is the right shift operator, so we have to divide it. Okay, in the left shift operator we have to multiply it by a, and in the right shift operator we have to divide it. Guys, we have to perform these operations on the value of a equals to 4 and b equals to 6. So when we have to perform the left shift operation, so we would write it as a left shift b will be a multiplication 2 into v. And if we have to find the solution for right shift, so we will write it as, okay, I hope it is clear to you. So now solve this question. Okay, so first of all we have to solve this line. A left assign a minus 2. What is the value of a is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So now solve it. Okay, a left shift 2. So a into, at the place of v is 2. Okay, so 2 raised to the power 2. So this a is 4 and again it is 4. So this will give 16. Okay, now this line. So v right shift b minus 5. What is the value of v? V is 6. So 6 minus 5 is 1. We have to perform right shift operation on this. So what is the value of v? Sorry, what is the value of v here is 6. V value is 6 now. V value is 6. So 6 upon 2 raised to the power 1. So this will give 3. So this is 3. Okay, I think it is clear. Not making sense? Let me again tell you what is happening here. First of all, we have to perform this operation on this line, right? So this is like a left shift a minus 2. What is the value of a is 4. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Now solve this line. Okay, so this is this will give a into 2 raised to the power v. So a is 4. Okay, so what is the 2 is 2. What is the value of v? So the value of v is 2. So 2 raised to the power 2 is, this will give 16. Okay, so the output for this is 16. Now coming to the this line. So b right shift b minus 5. What is the value of v is 6. So 6 minus 5 is 1. So now what is the this will give this thing. Okay, so at the place of a, this time we are having v. So v value is 6, and at the place of v we are having 1. So 2 raised to the power 1. So 6 upon 2 will give 3 as the answer. So this is 3. Now we have to update the values. So A is A plus 1. So what is the value of A now? A is 16. So 16 and 1 is 17. And B plus 1. So what is the value of V? V is 3. So 3 plus 1. Now it will be 4. So return A plus B. So what is the value of 17 plus 4? 17 and 4 will be 21. So the correct answer of this question is 21. I hope all the questions are clear to you. If you still have doubts, then you can rewind the video. Okay, watch the video again. I'm sure it will be clear to you. So yeah, we will meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye and take care.